Hello guys, it's Set to Achieve. Welcome to yet another video. Please go ahead and like this video, share, subscribe, and more importantly, leave your comments. The title of today's video is Narcissists Are Emotionally Disconnected. What does this mean? This means that they lack a connection to you or to the individuals, maybe their partners. For example, they lack emotional connection, okay? Because they lack empathy, okay? They cannot connect with you on an emotional level. So that means that they cannot relate, even though they can pretend to, they can, maybe based on what they see other people do, they can fake like they do. But inwardly, they have no connection to other people emotionally. They have no real understanding of the fact that other people have a right to their feelings, to their emotions, to their thoughts, okay? They see people that do not agree with them, and that is part of the emotional disconnect. They have very low emotional intelligence, okay? Very, very low. So they see people that disagree with them as enemies. Because in their mind, they see others as an extension of themselves. Okay? So if you hang around a narcissist long enough, maybe you are their partner, maybe you're the coworker, even their child. They do not see your feelings as relevant. They do not see your pain as relevant. They might pretend or, give you some attention just in a limited capacity. But they don't really go deep into your feelings. They don't really go deep into your pain. They feel like you should get over it. Okay? And this is part of the superior complex. Okay? This is also part of the pride. The Bible says pride cometh before a fall. And that's the reason why it's very hard for them to maintain authentic relationship, because they're not authentic themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They lack any kind of emotional connection, and this is, it's really a, it's really a horrible thing. Okay, so I suffered from narcissistic abuse for basically all my life, and I ended up marrying a narcissist. And when I realized, because I was in the nursing profession, but I ended up leaving because I wasn't getting the satisfaction and I wasn't being fulfilled. I just went because a lot of my family members, they're doctors, nurses, and, it's like, I just went the path because that was what was expected of me, but with the narcissist, when we were dating, I wasn't a nurse yet. I was trying to figure myself out, but I saw myself as more of a creative, maybe a teacher, maybe something else, I was into like styling, makeup, and other things. I was more in a creative sense, as opposed to just something so structured as a doctor or a nurse, and everything. And he encouraged me to go for the nursing, for nursing. And it was later on, he was, later on, after we had married, we had kids. I have 3 kids, and, when our marriage was basically going down, we're separated now. And we were having a discussion with our pastor. And the pastor was just asking him about, like, just trying to dig a little bit deeper into, like, our lives and, why, like, why we did certain things, or just trying to make some kind of connection, and everything. And so for some reason, I don't know what the question was, but he started talking about, when we met, and, why he encouraged me to go for nursing. And so the pastor asked him, so why did you encourage her to go for nursing, knowing that she didn't want to go for that? And he was like, well, because my mother was a teacher and I didn't want to teach her. So it's all about them. Your dreams, your aspirations, and this is something that will give somebody a breakthrough. They do not care about whatever it is that you aspire to be. They have no regard for it. Even if they pretend to, it's all about their own. So he was fulfilling his own wish. So it's like, okay, if you knew you wanted a nurse, you wanted somebody that was in that career path, why not just leave that person? Why did he just leave me, you know, and go for a nurse or a doctor, you know? Because I was giving him certain other supply that he didn't want to let go of, you know? So they're greedy, self-centered, okay? So that's why you cannot just categorize this disorder as they have a mental disorder. This is spiritual, okay? This is very spiritual. The emotional disconnect. You cannot connect with someone that you're actually, you know, came to pull them out of their path. How can you be connected? So on the more emotional, psychological level, it looks like, okay, this person is, you know, here, you know, they just don't, you know, can't really relate for whatever reason to my fears, my pain, and you know, my aspiration. They just, you know, maybe we're just on different wavelengths in that sense. But as a Christian, you know, and as someone with the Spirit of God, I know that this is more than just psychological. This is a spiritual disorder, and when you have a narcissist in your life, you're facing deep and spiritual warfare. Do you know the amount of years that it took for me to finally leave nursing, and all the pain, and then dealing with my family and all their you know, trying to pull me back, because my family are narcissists too. Okay? So the emotional disconnect and constantly trying to pull you out of your path, it starts from the foundation. Okay? Satan sends these people from your foundation. A lot of us that, you know, are empaths, our parents are narcissists. Okay? So we've been conditioned to accept that emotional disconnect. We've been conditioned to accept breadcrumbs. So it's not a far stretch when you end up marrying someone that is like that, because you see it as normal. We normalize those things. Okay? So I like to delve with it on a psychological level, you know, talking about their emotional disconnect, but I like to go on a spiritual level. These people were meant to pull you out of your path. So somebody that is meant to pull you out of your path and pull you from light to darkness, they cannot possibly see your light. They cannot, or they see it, let me just put it another way, they see it, but they cannot acknowledge it. They cannot acknowledge your pain, because that will mean that they would have to confess. They would have to acknowledge that they actually are the ones causing you the pain. They cannot sympathize with your dreams, you know, your longings, your hope. Because that would mean that they would have to have empathy. Narcissists do not have empathy. And I would argue, I would say that they really, because if you see their decisions that they make, they are even really emotionally disconnected from themselves. Their emotion, so because you cannot give what you don't even have, you know. So when you recognize the demonic warfare, the spiritual warfare that is going on, and whether they're aware of it or not, they were sent to pull you out of your path. So there is no way that they can identify with you on a higher level. Okay? There's no way that these people can, because they are, well, first and foremost, they don't have that emotional intelligence, you know. So they cannot fulfill you. They cannot fulfill you. Even if you're married to this person, you're going to remain unfulfilled until you separate from them. You will be stripped of everything that makes you who you are as an individual. Your individuality will be completely stripped. As a matter of fact, your identity really will be completely stripped. You won't even know who you are anymore. Okay? Because rather than living your life, you're going to be living their life. You're going to be fulfilling their dreams, their fantasies. Okay? I remember there will be times that, like, so when I left my nursing career, I started pursuing what I actually really liked. I started going for hair braiding. I started doing other things, you know, things that, like, you know, that would help to expand my creativity, because that's actually what I really desired. And so there will be days that I would have clients set up for the next day. So I would have to get all the products that I need, you know, check my tool bag, because I was doing it mobily, okay? So I would have to check my tool bag to make sure that I have all the things that I need. And if I didn't have it, I would use that day to go find the things that I need and just do all those things. And sometimes he would have, like, his truck would be down, or he would need to fix it or do some oil change or do something and everything. And it's like he would actually expect me to leave everything that I'm doing, cancel my appointments, really, and just follow him the whole day to go get his tools, you know, because he went for you know, to school to be an auto mechanic, so he knew how to fix cars and things like that. So he would expect me to go take him to I'd be like, listen, I'm gonna take you to the AutoZone to get the things that you need and everything, and I would drop you there. Okay, I have my own, remember, I have my own things that I have to do. So I will drop you there, you know, at the place that you're going to fix the thing, like those, like, little, it's more like a yard or a park place that he parked his truck, that he was going to stay and fix. I'm like, I'm going to leave you there to fix it. And it was not even far from the house, anyway, so he could walk if he had to. So I'm going to leave you there to fix whatever you are fixing. And I'm going to go and do what I need to do. Okay, I can't stay here with you. Okay, when you're done, you can call me. You know, so it's like they expect you to leave and abandon yourself, your life, your aspirations. And that's exactly what you will be if you're not cognizant of who they are. It was later on I started realizing that, wait a minute, this is not normal. This is not normal. That's when I started doing deeper and deeper research. I didn't find what I was looking for in the church. I didn't even know that this thing actually existed. I started Googling. I started going on YouTube, watching videos upon videos. And I was like, wait a minute, this sounds just like him. Okay? This is something that, this makes sense, you know? And that's when I started getting deeper and deeper knowledge, you know, on exactly what this was. That this was not something that was ordinary, okay? So this is Set to Achieve. I hope you've learned something today. Please leave your comments. Your comments inspire other people. They inspire me. I always go and read comments as well on other people's videos, because today I still watch people's videos to get my inspiration, you know, and to get deeper understanding, because we're always learning. As long as we live, we are learning, to maybe get a different perspective on exactly what it is that this is. And so please go ahead and like this video, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And until next time, remain blessed. Peace.